Hello everyone and welcome back to another TSR track guide. It's round 19, it's the US Grand Prix. We're heading to Austin, Texas where we have a really interesting track at hand. 20 corners make up this circuit and it's really an interesting one. With different sectors we have a very twisty part in sector 1, a very high speed part in sector 2 and a very technical third sector. We're going to jump on board with Roman, who provided this lap for us. Not going too wide as Roman here. He could have done that a bit more, just to get a bit more speed. But up to 4th gear, opening up the DRS, and now going up the hill, which is also a very tricky one. You can see it's a blind corner because, I mean, you can't see the apex on the left-hand side. It will be a left-hander, which you probably could have made up already. But yeah, around 90 meters is where you want to brake for this left-hander. Just going down to 2nd gear. You could even go to 1st, which Roman is doing here. So going down to 1st gear just for the extra rotation, quickly up to 3rd just to minimize the wheel spin. We've seen that a couple of times this season, and yeah, in race 19 that is no different. Now coming into this very tricky S section, which is yeah, reminiscent of Silverstone, for example. You go full flat through the first one, you go full flat through the second one, and now you are going to just leave the throttle a bit. So you can see on the bottom right, just half of the throttle input Roman is putting in here. So yeah, not really braking even. And then for this next right-handed, you do the same, just completely lift the throttle, not hitting the brakes, but as soon as you got the right feeling, it is a lot about feeling this corner. As soon as you get the right feeling, just slam onto the accelerator once again, and just go flat out once again, leaving the throttle. Just like I said, it's a bit of a feeling how fast you can go through this corner. If you take the line perfectly, you will feel it. That's for sure. Then for this next left-hander, you will hit the brakes ever so slightly, hitting the apex on the inside. That is very important, especially in this first sector. Just to hit the apexes, left, right, and left yet now once again. Just very important to hit those apexes. No input at all, neither on the throttle nor on the brakes for this corner. And then quickly up to what is 3/4 throttle input, you could say, which Roman is putting in here. And now very tricky right left chicane. I don't know, you don't want to call it chicane, but left right left sequence of corner. Want to go to as far to the left as you can, hitting the brakes. Now Roman leaving some time on the board here because he could attack the apex on the inside a bit more, but he isn't doing that. Losing a bit of time. It's very easy to invalidate your lap there, especially in qualifying and in time trial as well, and also get a warning in the race. Now for this next left-hander, that is a corner he really attacks, and that is very close to invalidation. But that is what you have to do just to get the maximum speed through this corner. 5th gear is your choice here, and then not getting too wide, not losing the car on the back end, which is also very important. So you have to really hold your car together there, and be as fast as you can, but not too fast, so you will overstep the mark on either the inside or now coming out of the corner. Now full flat left-hander, which is basically self-explaining. And then we come to this next left-hander, which is again a corner where you want to be on the curb on the right-hand side. You want to brake at around 95 meters for this corner. go down to even first gear if you want, hitting the apex on the inside. Roman is missing them ever so slightly. Second gear is his choice. Quickly up to fourth just to minimize the wheel spin, and now your best overtaking opportunity. Opening up the DRS, coming down this long straight is he. And now once again, yeah, placing your car where you would assume you would do if there's a possibility for it. And around 75 to 80 meters is where you want to brake for this next left-hander, which is, like I said, the best overtaking opportunity on the circuit. And yeah, maybe you have to brake a bit later, a bit earlier, maybe to even get the switchback if you're on the outside line and someone's attacking you on the inside. But that is just pure race situation, and I won't go into any more detail on that. Yeah, like I said, 75 to 80 meters where you want to brake. Going down to first gear if you want. Roman up for second once again, quickly up to fourth. Going a bit wide here for my liking. Could have stuck there a bit more to the tarmac, if you want to say so, and not hitting the apex on the outside. Now you want to go as far to the left as you can before braking down for this next right-hander, where you don't really have an indicator where you want to brake, but from fourth gear down to second gear for the extra rotation, quickly up to fourth, just to minimize the wheel spin, because on this particular corner it's really important just to minimize the wheel spin, because otherwise you would lose your car, because it's a bit off camber, it's a bit tricky, the car wants to unsettle, and you have to catch that by just going into fourth gear and just minimize your wheel spin. Half of throttle input right now for Roman, and now completely on the power once again, and now a very tricky left-hander is coming up right now, where you want to place your car in the middle of the road. Now for this left-hander you really have to brake and have and steer basically for you to make the corner, and that is what he does. Tray braking a lot, so just leaving the brakes or letting the brakes go, and then braking again, letting the brakes go. That is what you basically have to do, just to find the right rhythm for this corner, and just to be sure where you can or how you can make the corner perfectly stick. Wanting to hit the apex, second gear is your choice here just for the extra rotation. Not really first gear corner is this. Probably in the race, could be. But third gear now. What is really reminding me of Turkey, turn 8, but reverse, just a right-hander. Very fast right-hander, which is completely full throttle. We will see that. Hitting the apex, hitting another apex, hitting the apex once again. So there's one apex you want to hit twice, just by the characteristics of this corner. And now another blind corner we have to negotiate through, which is very tricky because you don't have really an indicator of where you want to brake, and also the corner is blind. So we are not taking the IndyCar line where you can go straight to the right, as we will see once we make the corner. But we want to hit the apex, stay within the white lines, and really nicely done here from Roman. Hitting the apex on the inside and now letting our car not go too wide. I mean, there's still some space on the right hand side. That is the IndyCar line. We tend to stick within the lines, otherwise it's invalid. And now coming to the final corner, hitting the apex on the right hand side once again, just to maximize your speed through this final corner. Not really an indicator once again, which is a shame. But around here it's a lot of instinct driving, you have to say. And he will go down to second gear for the extra rotation, quickly up to fourth. A bit of understeer through that, opening up the DRS once again, coming up to the line. It's 29.6 for Roman. And that's a pretty solid lap, 188th on the leaderboard for the time being, or at the time he did this lap. We will see the setup he used for this run on your screens right now. So you can make the best out of that. that's it from me. Next week we're going to head to Mexico. I hope you'll tune in there as well. I'll leave you alone with Roman, and I'll see you next time.